I have to admit that when the boys at Chopperworks threw me the keys to their Turbo Road King bagger, I had some mixed feelings. On one hand, just how visually stunning the machine is filled me with anticipation and some excitement. On the other, a 300 plus kilogram bike fitted with a 26-inch front wheel had me a little circumspect, even a bit skeptical. After 10 minutes riding the beast, I was kicking myself for falling into the trap of writing the specification sheet rather than the machine, because this is an absolute joy to be on board. I've ridden a number of bikes that have had their front wheel diameter reduced by the factory. It quickened up the steering considerably, motards, even some of the classics, so I was expecting the bagger to be a bit ponderous and slow to change directions. The fact is that it handles and steers remarkably normally. In fact, I'd have to jump from a stock setup to the 26-inch raked front end and back again to really tell how different it is. It's in the rake and trail setup, according to the guys at Chopperworks. There's a lot of rake on that bike, mind you it's still legal, but we spent a lot of time on the geometry to get its handling right. So, colour me skeptical no more, just even more appreciative of the dark arts of geometry, coupled with the Legend air suspension on the rear that's made this quite a sweet handling and turning rig. Coupled with the increase in rear wheel diameter to 18 inches, it seems to have even given better than standard cornering clearance too. I kept tipping it in on the freeway on-ramps, expecting that familiar scritch of footboards kissing the deck, but none was forthcoming. I just negotiated the bends really well. Then, when you do wick it up, the Trask turbocharged 1450cc engine really is a thing of beauty. A turbocharger is a torque multiplier, Jeff, the boss at Chopperworks, told me. It's almost doubled the power output to 122 horsepower at 8 pounds of boost, and it sounds equally intoxicating. The mixture of induction noise and exhaust purr makes you want to ride it into the sunset and beyond. It's also extremely comfortable and quite capable of still being used as a touring rig. Chopperworks can do this conversion for Road Kings, Street Glides, or any of the touring chassis rigs, and they have several kit options available, with the 26-inch front end, with basic billet wheels, stretched bags, fender kit, and a basic custom paint for a very reasonable price. The turbo kit is also available as a separate item, as are the twin disc and various other paint and wheel options.